With sadness and sorrow saying this, Ozzy Osbourne has passed away at the age of 76, but he's left us with a final moment to hold on to forever. Ozzy Osbourne's final viral moment wasn't on stage, in the middle of a mosh pit, or surrounded by a fire and pyrotechnics. No, it was in a quiet kitchen during breakfast with his daughter Kelly and baby grandson by his side. And somehow, that quiet little scene hit harder than any metal track ever could. Just 2 days before his passing, Kelly Osbourne posted what would become the last footage of her dad. In it, Ozzy is sitting at the table in his Buckinghamshire home, iPad in hand, headphones on, casually scrolling. Now Kelly pans the camera to her toddler son Sydney, who's also locked into his own little screen moment before telling Ozzy to say hi. He looks up, flashes a smile, and says, "Good morning." That's it. No dramatics, no rock star energy, just Ozzy being Ozzy. But that simple clip went viral within hours of the news breaking because, when you've spent decades as the Prince of Darkness being filmed, half naked on stage or headlining, wild reality TV chaos, a calm, ordinary morning becomes unexpectedly profound. And that's what's made, this moment so unforgettable. This wasn't just any man saying good morning. This was Ozzy Osbourne, the man who redefined heavy metal, terrified the suburbs, and somehow outlived nearly every rock legend of his generation, sitting peacefully, surrounded by family, looking every bit the loving grandpa. He looked fragile, yes, but not defeated. There was a softness in his face that you wouldn't expect from the guy who once screamed about Iron Men and war pigs. A man who used to be the wildest force in music, now enjoying just a quiet breakfast with his family. If you grew up watching the Osbournes, it felt surreal, honestly. The chaos was gone. All that remained was a still moment just captured with love. Fans flooded social media with reactions. Some said it was the perfect goodbye, unexpectedly human and deeply emotional. Others pointed out how symbolic it felt. Ozzy, tech savvy with his iPad, still curious, still engaged, still Ozzy. Even in silence, even in slippers, he had a presence that couldn't be ignored. Kelly's choice to share that clip wasn't just sentimental, it was powerful. She showed the world, a version of her father that many never got a chance to see. Not the legend, not the myth, the man, a dad, a granddad, a guy scrolling his iPad in the kitchen with his family close by. That's how he went out. Not with a scream, but with love, some normalcy, and just a simple good morning. This moment is already being remembered as one of the most intimate, raw, and unexpectedly emotional send-offs in rock history because it didn't try to be anything big, it didn't need to be. It was real, and for a man who spent his entire career being larger than life, this final quiet goodbye somehow said the most. Were you sad to hear of Ozzy's passing? Big fan or not your style of music? Let me know. Our hearts go out to this family and close friends at this time, and his legacy will live on. Thanks for watching. I'm your host Ashley. It's been great catching up.